Ladies, when you start dating again, there is no need to bring up your ex on those dates. You're trying to build a new connection, not a trauma bond. They don't need to hear about your trauma. Your ex is not the only narcissist out there, so beware. Never give somebody the roadmap to your vulnerability until you know their character. They might look at you and say, ooh, this is a juicy one that I can manipulate. So be careful. Don't give them more than they've earned before they've earned it. Another reason is because it's a good old-fashioned boys club, and if you bring up all this craziness, they're going to think you're crazy. They're going to see you as a red flag and a moving away. That's just to get in your pants and not see you as potential anymore, because these dudes are going to think there was something wrong with you, or what did you do to make them act that way? People who don't know narcissistic personality disorder don't believe that the craziness is real, so they're going to look at you and think you're crazy.
Welcome back, my dear narcissists, as we've gathered here to cover another video of dating after divorce, the sort of videos that include the most coping. So let's hear this woman out again. I know, sorry, she's kind of annoying, but let's discuss her points, gentlemen.
Ladies, when you start dating again, there is no need to bring up your ex on those dates. You're trying to build a new connection, not a trauma bond. They don't need to hear about your trauma. Your ex is not the only narcissist out there, so beware. Never give somebody the roadmap to your vulnerability until you know their character. They might look at you and say, ooh, this is a juicy one that I can manipulate.
Yeah, guys, that is personally what I always think when I see a woman. I immediately determine if I can manipulate her for my own benefits. I'm sure you do as well, because you see, that's what men do. This one kind of showing her colors right there, kind of showing the men that she's attracted to, guys. And again, this speaks of what type of men women are attracted to. You may have seen a common pattern in my videos, gentlemen, and it's that women who whine about men, they always whine about a particular subset of men that by no means represents the majority of the male species, you know. So guys who think, oh, I can manipulate her, guys who are narcissists, well, quote unquote narcissists, we'll get to that in a minute. Yeah, they're not most guys. It's just the men who have a lot of options that, again, they're not narcissists. A lot of the times they're clear that they just want to have a one-night stand, but these women have, you know, the whole movie in their heads that they're gonna marry Chad and secure men far above their league. It really speaks more about them, gentlemen, than it does about men. It just speaks about the men these women decide and choose to date over and over, and then they whine on TikTok thinking that the whole male population is like this. And again, how will they know, right, if they never give the good guys a chance? Let's continue.
So be careful. Don't give them more than they've earned before they've earned it. Another reason is because it's a good old-fashioned boys club, and if you bring up all this craziness, they're going to think you're crazy. They're going to see you as a red flag and a moving away. That's just to get in your pants and not see you as potential anymore, because these dudes are going to think there was something wrong with you, or what did you do to make them act that way?
So the voice of experience talking here, guys. She's already, you know, made it clear to a lot of men that she's clinically insane. So now she's trying to not portray herself in that way, right? I mean, there's a reason why men think you're a red flag.
People who don't know narcissistic personality disorder don't believe that the
Like you.
craziness is real, so they're going to look at you and think you're crazy.
Guys, when women say that a guy is a narcissist, which you will often hear from women whining on TikTok, what it truly means, guys, is that the situationship / relationship didn't go the way they wanted. That's it. It boils down to that. Oh, he was a narcissist. He only cared about himself. He was full of himself. He was, you know, so egocentric, etc. It's just their way of saying the relationship didn't turn out as I expected, you know, and so I'm mad, and well, I have to blame it on something, because if I say that things didn't go the way I planned them, of course the blame will be on me. So let's just blame the guy for having a mental disorder, because that suits us better. And it really, again, it speaks about the sort of men that these women are dating. They go for the chads, they go for the men who are out of their league, who just want to have fun, who would never ever, never ever settle for women such as these, you know? And surprise, surprise, when the guy had his fun and turned them away, suddenly he is a narcissist. You see how it works, guys?
Keep your trauma to yourself. Build a connection, not a trauma bond. Your exes in the past, they're irrelevant. Leave them there.
Topics to avoid when jumping back into the dating scene after divorce. I'm Kimberly, a relationship coach. Give me a follow if you need help with your love life. 1, no one wants to hear about how horrible your ex is. 2, no one wants to hear about your financial struggles or family drama.
May I add to that, no one wants to hear about your financial success either. We don't care about your financial status at all, because we have so many women, you know, sharing their boss, babe, entrepreneur, and all that crap, you know, life. And yeah, men just couldn't care less.
And 3, no one wants to hear about how terrible your recent dates have been. When the time comes to share your history with someone new after you've gotten to know them, be honest but tactful. Don't dwell on the negative aspects. The divorce gave you a chance to start fresh, and people want to see that you're taking advantage of this. Show them what is going right and how you've used what you've learned through the divorce to push you towards future growth.
So I don't agree with that, guys. First off, how are you going to hide the negative aspects of your previous dating experiences? You know, how are you going to hide that without mentioning you've been divorced? Are you not going to mention you've been divorced at all? What is going on? No, I'd rather, you know, men would much appreciate it if you actually told us all the whining there is to about your divorce, about how bad men in general are, because it's like a huge red flag, a display in front of them. You know, they can dodge the bullet, they can run for the hills the second after you finish your story, instead of hiding it and you know, trying to look like a person who knows what's going on. Guys, women who are divorced, I mean, let alone women after 30, but women after divorce, huge red flag. You know, actually, gentlemen, you tell me why divorced women are red flags for you. Is it because they've probably chosen the wrong guy, which shows that they're not good at picking partners? Is it because they probably weren't able to keep the man, so they didn't bring anything to the table, or they were just unpleasant to be around? Or is it the fact that they got the divorce, you know, the full package of benefits from the government? Is that the red flag, that they, you know, care only about themselves? Or is it that they probably monkey branched to another guy, or they thought the grass was greener, they didn't keep, you know, to the vows they promised, the oath they gave, etc. Like, from the 27 different red flags about women who are divorced, which one is your favorite, guys? Let me know in the comments.
The would-be anniversary, and how do you deal with that? Well, today is my would-be 15-year anniversary, and I've been reflecting upon this. I am still in a 2-year-long divorce. It's been 2 years as of next week. And I'm feeling a mixture of kind of nothing. I'm like, oh, cool, it's a day. But also a twinge of, ooh, I didn't make it that long. And a lot of like, man, I really loved my wedding day. And that got me thinking about the wedding in and of itself. It was a great wedding. And I'm sure a lot of you out there also had a great wedding. And I'm searching my soul for like, what were some of the red flags?
Gentlemen, before this woman talks more nonsense, how disgusting is it? You got a divorce, and of course the only thing you care about is the wedding day. Oh, the wedding was beautiful. Man, I feel like I'm covering some, I don't know, man, like some 5-year-old girl who at the same time has been married. Like, what is this mentality? You know, you're not sorry about the fact that probably your ex-husband is going through pain. You're not sorry that you didn't make it, that you wasted years, that you weren't able to pull it off. Maybe you have kids in between, and you're thinking about the wedding pictures, the wedding. I remember, guys, we covered a similar video of a woman who was talking about her divorce, and she was reminiscent of the wedding pictures. They were so beautiful, and she wanted them again. It's like, do you want to get married, guys? Are you feeling the willingness to get married strong today? With women such as these, it's you have to be clinically insane, man, to speak this sort of bullcrap. Let's continue.
And in my 20s, I don't think I ever thought about the marriage aspect of it. I think I was thinking about the wedding day. And it, like I said, it was fantastic. I looked amazing. He looked amazing. We had such a great time. We had so many great people there. And even though I'm divorcing, it still remains one of the best days of my life. And that's a duality that I have to deal with. You know, how could I have had one of the best days of my life, but the marriage ended so poorly?
Yeah, because this woman, as many others, suffers from the, that expectancy that the whole marriage is going to be like the honeymoon. This is something that so many women fall into, because they have been fed the information throughout their whole life that they're queens and princesses, and everything has to be provided for them. And just because they have a kitty between their legs, they deserve everything from a man. They don't have to do anything. They are so entitled. They don't know what a true marriage is and what it actually means to be, next to a person your whole life, to support him, help him, each gender in its own specific ways, right? But yeah, modern women, they don't know crap about that. Then they don't go into a marriage expecting to give gentlemen. They don't go into a marriage expecting to make compromises, which is what marriages are built of. They just go expecting to receive, and they still are able to receive even when getting a divorce. So you see, it's a win-win situation for them.
And so I guess I'm talking to my future self in a future relationship, and it's to anybody who's younger, don't focus on the wedding day. Sure, it's going to be fun, but the wedding day is not the marriage. And think more clearly about, what do you want your marriage to look like? I think as American women, we are inundated. I think I was given Brides magazine at like 12, and you're just spend a lot of childhood thinking about your wedding day and this beautiful dress and all these things and the Disney movies and all of that. And yeah, it's just weird. So I don't regret the wedding day, and I don't think it was the worst day of my life. I don't think it was the worst decision I ever made, and I feel really at peace with that. So today, on my non-anniversary, I just coined that term, non-anniversary, I am reflecting that I have grown and changed so much in 15 years, and I really celebrate the experience that was my marriage. And I really celebrate all the healing and knowledge and good people I've met along the divorce journey. Anyway, how do you guys celebrate your non-anniversary? Thanks. Bye.
Well, I'm gonna celebrate that I'm not married to you or to a woman who is like you. That is the biggest celebration, guys. But while some are celebrating, gentlemen, we have this woman's ex-husband, probably paying alimony, or if they have kids, he was the one who got the bad deal, right? Some are celebrating, others are crying. It's just the way marriage works. Well, divorce works nowadays. Not a great deal for men. Guys, another thing I wanted to mention is, leave me a comment below. What do you think was the reason for both of them to get divorced, right? What do you think is the reason? Do you think that he cheated on her? Do you think that he beat her up or something? No, right? I mean, women love to blame men, so you have to assume that if she's not blaming him while making this video, then probably he didn't do anything, right? So I'm guessing, the typical, it was the, he's not my type, right? After marriage doesn't turn out to be like in the Disney movies, he wasn't my type, you know, he wasn't like that before we got married, or something along the lines of the spark, you know, was gone. The usual bullcrap, gentlemen, the usual bullcrap. You can see every time a woman divorces, and it's not because of cheating, or, you know, the husband like using her, you know, every time it's not one of those two things, or maybe a few others that are actually relevant. It's always because of nonsense like this. It's always because they just had high expectations. They go into the marriage thinking that they're God's gift to the earth, and that man is the happiest man ever because he got a woman that doesn't bring anything to the table. Yeah, you know, most divorces are because of this, and women initiate, like, what was it, 80% of the divorces. So yeah, there you have it, why men don't want to get married. It's a bad deal for us. You know, it's so risky for us, and most women nowadays, they don't want to bring anything to the table. They just go in with the high standards, and you have to be a little simp, you know, and you have to give them everything. Like, you know, it's literally like being a slave, essentially.
So here we are, Thursday night, and I am supposed to be on a date, and instead that got canceled. And so here's the story for you. He says, I want to cook you dinner. Pick a night, Thursday or Friday. And I'm like, Thursday sounds great. I'll get a babysitter. And then today he goes, actually, I think you want more than what I want, and I don't want to hurt your feelings, so don't come over. Men you're allowed to do whatever it is you want to do. But here's the thing. I booked a babysitter, and for fuck's sakes, I'm not going to waste it. So I'm going to go and take myself on a little solo adventure. The only thing is I wish the weather was nicer. But dudes, are you communicating? Is this like a thing? Like, hey, let's find this girl, Erin, and tell her that we want to go on a date, and then like either cancel or ghost her, because it's a pattern, and I fucking hate it.
So men, you know, always to blame when they don't tell you that they are not looking for something serious. They are being manipulative. When they tell you, they are still to blame, apparently. You know, just damn men. When they don't do what I want at all times, just, you know, they're being so disrespectful, damn it. They have to fulfill all my needs and all my desires. I'm a single mother. I am divorced, you know. And damn man, they're not willing to come pick up the pieces. But kind of funny there at the end, she said, oh, there's a pattern here. Yeah, the pattern is that you're a single mother and divorced, and you know, you're not wifey material. Nobody wants to wife you up. Nobody wants to play from another man's save file. So the higher, you know, the highest you're gonna reach is being a booty call. Welcome to being a single mother.
So to all the people who are like, oh, you are going to struggle when you get to Atlanta when it comes to dating. When I first moved here in January, to all those people who were, you know, giving me their cautionary tales, who were sending up actual prayers, condolences in some cases, I just want to come on here and tell you, you know, offering up this truth to those of you who might still be in the trenches. I understand now. My mistake. Wow. Wow.
And there, we're gonna end the video right there, gentlemen, on this woman acting surprised and shocked that she's not able to make it in the dating scene. Well, actually, I'm here to tell you that making it in the dating scene as a woman is literally one of the easiest things on earth. It's harder to move past first grade than it is to succeed in the dating game as a woman. You just have to be pleasant and not show any major red flags. That's it. That's all of it. You know, don't be a psychopath. Don't be a serial killer. You know, don't be divorced 3 times. Don't have 4 children from 3 different men. You know, don't have a high body count that's higher than your bank account number. That's it, gentlemen, you know, and you're probably going to succeed, but women still apparently are not able to. So we'll end the video right there. Thank you for watching, gentlemen. Leave me your thoughts in the comments, and I'll be happy to see you next time. Have a good one.